So it's now my 4th day of the de-rusting of the tank, and 4 days from the vinegar went in, and as you can see there's a lot of loose stuff in there and it looks kind of clean. I don't know exactly how clean it is. I'll look the other side if I can. Down this way, yeah. So don't know if I can get you in there to see, but there's a lot of stuff in it anyway, and I'm going to clean it out tonight and see what we get. And I'm going to deliberately put a rag over the bucket when I'm emptying it out so that we can see how much stuff we collect, and I can reuse the vinegar if I really need to. The electrolysis, I started using it yesterday, and remember where is that piece? Let me see. Remember I had a piece of blue attached to the bottom of my brush shaft. Well, I had it on for about 2 hours and I came out to check on it, and I went to lift out the piece out of the tank, and sure, there was nothing left. It had literally eaten through the whole thing. So that was in the space of a couple of hours. So then I found a replacement piece. You'll see an old drill bit, wood drill bit, and I was working away with it for a bit, both sides. And don't know how successful it is or anything else until I empty this out tonight and see what we've got. But it does look a little bit better in there than it did before, to me anyway. So we'll find out in a few minutes. Right, so we're going to empty this tank here of stuff and see what comes out. Brought my friend John over here. Say hello, John.
Hello.
He's going to hold the camera and video us pouring it onto the sheet here. So without further ado, 4 days of soaking in vinegar and a bit of electrolysis. Let's see what junk comes out of it. Oh God! Dropped it. Alright, didn't spill much of it. That's pretty nasty looking stuff there. That's pretty brown stuff. I think I'll open the petcock and let it drain out of it for a little bit. See what we get. Actually, do you know what? I think I'll remove the petcock. It'll only take a second. So, John's my friend, and he helps me with a lot of things, and we have a lot in common. Like to fly drones and things like that. John's a professional photographer.
You wouldn't think so with this video.
No, check out his site. What's your site, John?
jnutley.com.
jnutley.com.
Nutley.
He does all sorts of photographs of Irish forestry and wildlife and things like that. So check him out. Maybe you like some of his pictures. Maybe you want to buy one. Always welcome. I cannot find the things I need to undo that petcock. You can never find the things you need when you want them.
Lift up the... Actually lift up the gauze and see how much stuff is in it.
I got it. Undone by hand. Yeah, that's better. Jeez. There's definitely a lot of stuff coming out. Dirty stuff. I mean, I'm gonna have to hose this out, obviously, with water. Clean the rest of it out. But initially, look in there, John, into the tank, if you can. I mean, it's still quite rusty looking in there, but it's not near as bad as it was. You can see
if you drop a white spirit or rinse through it,
you can see a lot of
at least the white spirit will burn.
You can see a lot of bare metal there now, whereas you couldn't before. I mean, you can see how clean the bottom of that is in the corner there, and vice versa. So it's done a very good job. And I haven't even hosed that out yet, you know, for a second time with water. So
lift up that gauze and you'll see.
I'm just going to lift this up here till we see what we got. Oh! This is that's quite a bit of nasty stuff there. It's taken it a while to soak through. It's just blocked up the blanket totally. You know,
you can smell the rust from here.
It's just, yeah. Wow, it's really a lot of stuff hanging around in the sheet alone, and that's not to mention the stuff that maybe managed to make its way through the sheet, you know. But I'm very impressed with how clean the tank actually is now. Like, the vinegar seems to work, guys. Look at the colour of that vinegar there. That was white vinegar when I was putting it in the tank, so
maybe give it a second run of vinegar. To be sure.
I think a good blast of a hose would clean a lot of that out now, because you can see that whatever's left is black. It's not brown. It's so. I think it's done a very good job. There's a bit of sludge there just coming out of it now. Whatever way it was. Am I impressed? Would I recommend using vinegar? Yeah, I think I would. A bit of vinegar, but it didn't really seem to do a lot until I put the baking or the bread soda into it.
Bread soda will do it, yeah.
Once I put the bread soda in, it really kicked it off and started to cut into the rust.
So
that's it for now, guys. So I'm just after giving it a good hosing out outside. I wanted to see what the difference would be after getting the hosing down. And I don't know if you can see that, but I'm quite impressed with how clean the inside is compared to what it was. Like, if you'd seen what it was before, it was ridiculous. And this I can live with. There's going to be no chunks of stuff getting into my fuel, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, definitely so. I might try and just get in the inside of that and give it a rub. If I can get it. Centre piece there. Just want to see, will a wee rub just help it? Didn't do too bad. Right, so you can see that it's already starting to rust over again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of 2-stroke petrol in and just leave it in it to soak and just coat it. So hopefully that'll do the trick. Right, see you. Bye for now, guys. I'll put up another video soon enough whenever I get the valve and I'm ready to rebuild the engine again. Thanks. Just an added bonus. Remember the fuel gauge that I showed you a few videos back that I took out of it? Look at how good a job it's made of it. It's quite clean. Yep, very impressed, guys.